Welcome back to the Foundry. For today's little project, I'm going to take a stab at fixing the cruise control on the Dodge. So I've already fixed a few little things on this truck. You can go back and see my videos on that. But like I said, when I bought the thing, one of the most important things I want to fix is the cruise control because I use cruise quite a bit. So what are the symptoms? When I turn the cruise control on, the light in the cluster comes on, says cruise is on, but when I go to set it, nothing. So like any project, before I dig in, I like to do a little bit of research. I check forums, I check Facebook groups, I get on YouTube, and from everything I'm seeing, people that had a similar problem to mine, it's usually one or two things. It's either a vacuum line or the cruise control module itself. And another thing that can cause problems with your cruise is your brake light switch or your speed sensor. Both of those items seem to be working fine on this truck. So to start with, this vacuum line here runs across the top of the firewall. I've removed the weather stripping just so I can have, better access to it. I've really got to do something about this insulation up here before it gets sucked into the fan or something nuts like that. Really, I guess it does two things. One, it insulates from noise from this loud diesel engine. Another thing I think it's supposed to do is save the paint on the hood from being so dang hot all the time, which my hood paint's not that great anyway, so I'm either going to tear that out altogether or maybe try to see, it's got these tabs that have kind of come out. I might be able to hang that nasty mess back up there. I don't know what I'm going to do on that just yet. But anyway, back to the cruise. This is the line, and these joints here, they look a little on the rotten side. Get the camera down where you can actually see, and I'm not just shooting into space. Yeah, they're kind of rotted. This line is supposed to go over through the firewall into the cab to the vent. It looks like it's okay. One line goes down to the vacuum pump. I think it is this bigger one here. And then this smaller one goes into a loom. Let me get a light so everyone can see. I've got the cover off for the TPS and the cables. Yeah, okay, so it looks like the big line goes down here to the vacuum pump, and that little one goes into this loom right here. That loom, it shares the loom with the cruise control cable. It doesn't feel like it's broken. Well, there is a little slack in there, and the module's supposed to be, the module's down there. If you look down toward the end of my light, and they usually break, from what I understand, this train, it's life by the rail yard. The module, I got to put this flashlight, doggone the train. The line usually breaks right here. Well, I can't hold a light and a camera and everything else. The line usually breaks right here at this elbow that goes into the module that's under the battery box. But it looks like it's fine. That's disappointing. I was kind of hoping it would immediately show me that it was, wait a minute. Oh crap. Yeah, there's the problem. That sucker is broke. Okay. Excellent. I bet that's my problem. That would be just fantastic if I got off that easy. It would be unusual for me to get off that easy, but it would also be fantastic. So, excellent. I'm going to start by replacing that line, or at least trimming it back to good plastic with a splice. The rest of the line feels like it's pretty good. So I'm going to do that first and see if that doesn't solve it. While I'm under here messing around, I'm going to go ahead and replace this air filter. It's not terrible, but you can see it's kind of dirty. These are expensive, unfortunately, but it's a paper filter. I really don't trust blowing it out with an air hose. I think I'd be better served just replacing it, and then I won't have to mess with it for a long time, hopefully. So I got me a new Wix. Wix makes good filters. That is a fact. And oh yeah. So yep, get out of there. All right. So you can see a difference. That one's clean. That one's dirty. It's really not just horrible. I've seen a lot worse, but why not? Why not put a clean one on? Oh, come on now. Well, the inside is clean, and that's what matters. Good way to dust an engine is to never change the air filter. What did I do with the hose clamp? Where is the hose clamp? Oh, it's still on the old filter. Oh. Now we got this new filter on here. Yo! Yeah, do you lock yourself out? Yeah. Well, that's that. Heck yeah. Looks good. All right, now let's replace this little vacuum line. So I found a little section of vacuum. I call it vacuum hose. It's basically just hose, but it's vacuum rated off of a four-wheeler because I was in the salvage business for a while. So what's this? Oh, we have a visitor at the foundry. I think your engine's making a little clattering noise.
It's all new baby Cummins.
Oh man.
Yeah. Check this out.
I was just in there working on a Cummins turbo diesel. I have never seen one of these. I mean, I knew they made them, but I've never actually looked at one. What size is it?
It is a 5-liter V8 Cummins.
It's a V8?
V8 Cummins, dual overhead cam.
I thought they were inline. Oh heck.
5.0 V8 Cummins, dual overhead cam, CP 4.2 injection pump.
Huh.
320 horsepower and almost 600 foot-pounds of torque.
How's it drive?
It's very torquey. It's not a speed demon. Of course, I mean it's got a lot of weight to it. It's actually considered a 5/8 ton truck.
Really?
Classification, yeah. But it is very torquey.
That's a pretty clean truck. When'd you get it?
Last Friday. Only thing is the daggum tailgate piece that goes on top of the plastic piece. That's missing. But they're sending me one.
Yeah, that's easy fix.
And hey, it comes with factory gooseneck hitch in it.
Really?
Yeah. It's probably covered up by right.
Yeah. I can tell there's one there. It's pretty cool. Let's check out the inside. Storage space. That's pretty cool. Your jack's in there. I mean, the interior's really, it reminds me kind of that Dodge you just had for like 3 weeks.
It's almost, you know, pretty close in resemblance. It even has a cup holders in the doors.
Oh, nice. Back road in Rockford Fosgate sound system.
Sound system from the factory in it.
Pretty nice. Yeah, I had to.
I was kind of about it at first. Take the plate that went on the dealership down there in Minden.
Yeah.
And I said, you know, look for a 3/4 ton or 1 ton if you have one. He said, well, I don't. He said, but I have this Nissan Titan XD here with the Cummins in it. And I'm like, man, I don't know. I'm not really a big Nissan fan. And he's like, well, why don't you just come drive and check it out? And he just had the whole entire EGR cooler and stuff replaced about 2 weeks ago because he was driving it personally.
Oh, okay.
He was driving it personally, and he had all of it replaced. and everything. I got it, and I was actually very, very impressed with it. Very impressed with the pickup, and the way it rides honestly like a 3/4 ton truck. It feels like I'm in a 3/4 ton, and I'm very impressed with it.
I didn't realize they were bigger than half ton.
And it's, I mean, if you take it, compare it to the regular Titan,
Yeah.
it is actually, everything is actually pretty bigger.
Huh.
It is bigger than it is.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell it's a little bigger than that F-150.
Oh, it's a good sized truck. I didn't, I put it up beside that Dodge I had, and I said, dang, that's a damn good sized truck.
Yeah. All right. Well, I like it.
I do too, surprisingly. I do too. I didn't think I was going to when I first saw it, man.
Yeah, it looks like it's in good shape. It's really not that loud. All right, man. Have a good one. I was in the motorcycle and ATV salvage business. I kept every hose off of every four-wheeler and motorcycle we parted out for this very reason. I don't have to run to the parts store every time I need a fuel hose or a vacuum line. I got all different shapes and sizes, and you might call me a hoarder or whatever. I'm fine with that because every time I need something, I got it. All right, this is the new section of line I just put in. Basically what I did, that old plastic line was brittle only in one little section. So I just snapped, crackle, popped, and got rid of that old line until I got to a good section that was pliable and wouldn't break. I did that at both sides, and then I just put this new piece of line in there. And I'm going to stuff this back down there. I'm going to put the weather stripping back on there and do something about this hideous insulation. And then we're going to take this thing for a test drive. So the paint on the hood's already, half shot. So I'm just going to pull this mess off. This is what's called an insulation delete, in case anybody, is interested in this mod on their truck. By the way, if anybody's got a line on a throttle cable for a 24 valve, drop it in the comment section. I'm having trouble finding one. Mine's starting to get a little frayed. All right, maybe I won't run off the road here. Okay, cruise on. Let's set it. I'm doing about 60 with these big tires. I'm probably doing a little faster than that. Let me set it. Foot off the accelerator. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Of course, we're going right into the sun, but yeah, cruise control is working. So that was a cheap and easy fix, and this truck just became a pleasure cruise. I can't, I'm sitting here trying to think, and I just can't put into words how excited I am about this cruise control working. I use cruise a lot, so this is really great. So anyway, that's all I got for you today. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.